Oh, you know, the weather was a great preview this weekend. We feel like fall is in the air, and that has many of us slowly starting to decorate for the season. But our front porch, right, is the centerpiece for all of our flowers and our pumpkins. Porch Pots Direct right here in Louisville has ready-to-go fall planters that can jumpstart your decorating. Joining us here in the kitchen is Mary Starn to show off the fall line.
Yep, here we are.
Don't you? I know you love like putting together these designs.
We do.
All season long, but isn't there something super special about fall?
I love fall. It's just, there's something about the color palette that it just is such a neat changeover, especially with the summer being so, you know, hot colors and bright colors. It's really nice to kind of get those subtle tones for fall.
And to put some ornamental stuff in there
yes,
too.
Absolutely.
So you're gearing up to kind of start these deliveries.
Absolutely.
And you've got a variety of the selections that you have, because when you go online, you can select your look.
Yes, exactly. So we have 3 different looks.
Okay.
This fall we have one called Apple Cider, one called Autumn Leaves, and Harvest Bloom. And all 3 of them have a little bit of a different style to them. Each one of them the same as always. We'll have one large size, one medium, and a small, in a decorative planter. And then we also have a drop-in liners. So we have those which are in 4 sizes as well. We've got squares, we've got rounds, and also a window box that we're adding this year. So we've had a lot of requests for window box liners. And so we're going to try it and see what people think of it. And if it's something that sticks, we'll continue to add that as well.
We're looking at some of the different options there.
Yes, I love that one.
And they're just so like, talk about like the different types of things.
Yes,
I know you brought a sample here
and
too.
And honestly, what's in that picture right there, and the one that they're showing right now, there's a plant in it called creeping wire vine. That's actually a plant that could then be moved into your house. It's like a house plant. We also have perennials in there. There's coral bells, which that red plant there is considered a coral bell or a perennial. So it could also be planted into the ground when someone's done with it for the season.
That's a new one. That's a new one. My mom and I were looking at that one yesterday, saying, "Oh my gosh!" I love him. And you have the gray pot option now.
Yep, we always have a gray option. We're switching it to a little bit darker gray pot. We've had that request, so we're just kind of evolving as we're getting feedback from customers. Most of our pots are going to have at least 7 to 8 different kind of plants in them, so it really gives a lot of variety. We try not to have just a mum be in a pot, because quite honestly, you can get those at anywhere. Grocery store. So we like to make sure that if we do add in a mum, it's just a tiny little touch of it, just because they do give an amazing amount of color. But we always try to start them with this like tight bud, so that you have time to really watch it evolve. Then the things like the peppers, we've got peppers that are in the pots, and those are really gorgeous too. They change colors and reds and oranges. And there's edible type of kind of greens as well, but we don't necessarily think people are going to chop into the kales and eat them. But there are kales in the pot, there are cabbages, there's beautiful things like creeping jenny and nemesias. Always have a little bit of a pansy that gives that bright color. That can also be a cool season annual, so we also put those in our spring pots as well. So,
how long have you been serving the Louisville area now?
This will be this first full year.
First full year.
Yes, so we started last fall.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Is that when I met you?
Yes, that's when I met you.
Oh my goodness. And like, what has been the response? Because I told you my journey this summer that I decided, oh, I'm going to go buy all the stuff. I can do this myself. And then was really upset when I checked out over how much I spent on all the flowers and the soil, and it looks terrible, Mary.
Well, I will tell you that we do have it down pat, to the point where we've been doing this. We've planted thousands of pots every season, so we do get to the point where the Porch Pots Direct line is kind of tried and true plants that we know that someone's not going to have to fuss over too much. We also then take all the work out of it for you. You don't have to go to the garden center. You don't have to get your car dirty. We know what combinations work well together and what kind of combos will last throughout that whole season before the freeze.
That's the thing, is finding things that will last throughout the season. So this is going to get me till the freeze.
Honestly, till the first freeze, and some of the things will get beyond the freeze.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, they'll even stay into the beyond the freeze. And then we obviously will have our winter rotation that comes right behind that. So so for your viewers, we're doing KY20 gets 20% or $20 off any of the sizes for fall, and really a subscription model is what we are focusing on, but you can also just buy them one time as well. So if you
And
do
that
this,
way, if you do the subscription, you can get in on having things ready to go, and they just show up. You just select what planner you want, go online to porchpotsdirect.com.
That's right.
You select what you want, and then you deliver right to your porch.
right to the door, and it's
Nothing
part
to
of the
do.
cost. It's part of the cost.
And there you go. And so $20 off
Yes,
today?
$20 off, KY20. Yep.
You can buy some extra pumpkins with that leftover money,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
And when will you start delivering?
We'll start delivering. We're slated to start the week of the 23rd or September 23rd weekend, and it might go into that first weekend of October as well. So really, we'll have orders trickle in. We'll come down here over 2 different weeks probably and make deliveries.
Right. How do you come up with the creativity to have like 3 very distinct looks?
Well, honestly, with doing it for this many years, there are thousands of plants that people just don't realize are fall plants. And so we just sort of kind of start recipeing them together, laying things out, designing just like you would an outfit. You know, where you're like looking at things that work together, putting which plant will combine with the other one gives a little, we always want to make sure there's texture, there's some height, always some color. But for us, it's almost with the fall too, the leaves and the foliages are almost just as beautiful to us as the flowers themselves. So we just laid out different designs until we find what we think is the perfect mix and 3 different looks.
Looks beautiful, Mary. Always
you.
great to see you. Thanks so
Thank
much
you.
for stopping by and
So happy to be here.
making our kitchen look so pretty
Thank
with all the
you.
flowers today. You know, don't forget to get in on that deal. To get $20 off, just go to porchpotsdirect.com. You can choose from the apple cider collection, Harvest Moon, or Autumn Leaves. They have a variety of sizes, small, medium, large, and now the window box.
And now the window box option.
Get going. Let's get it
Yeah.
all decorated.
Yes.
All right, Mary, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Go to porchpotsdirect.com.